morning, Peter. Peter. Hello, welcome. Hi, everybody. How's the sound? I've got a slight different setup today. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Loud and clear. How's the music? Is that coming in? Soft but nice. Okay. Yes. I'm not on my professional mic, so I'm on this headset today. So I'm glad. Hi, Jessica. Good to see you, sweetie. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Spirit and Soul Session on Wednesday, October 23rd. It's nice to be back. I realize that it's been almost 2 weeks since I have done anything or seen you guys. Things are going great. Yeah, if I look at the calendar, I had a live on the 12th, then I traveled on the 15th. Then I didn't have anything scheduled last week except for the energy deep dive on Patreon, and nobody showed on that, so I actually haven't done anything in a week and a half, 12 days. It feels like a long ass time. Excuse my language. A full fortnight for you, indeed. Things are great, Jess. Having fun in FOCO, Fort Collins, Colorado. It's so good to reunite with my friend Leah, and we've been having lots of cool conversations and fun things. Last night we sat and we watched... Sorry, suddenly realized I'm incredibly parched. Last night we sat and we watched a YouTube video. One of my favorite interviewers, I've mentioned before, Emilio Ortiz. He was interviewing about 8 months ago. He was interviewing this channel that Leah knows about called Paul Selig. I think I've heard reference to Paul, but I've never seen any of his stuff. So we were watching Emilio interview him about 8 months ago. And yeah, Paul just blew my mind. Really, really cool stuff. So that's the kind of fun things we're doing here in Fort Collins. Yeah, absolutely cool. Hey, Liz. Hey, Joanne. Good morning to you. It has been forever. I know. And you know, I learned something by not having been here for a little while. It's so important for me, just for me, to share. So I'm definitely needing, life happens. I had to travel and get settled and whatnot. The internet's great here, so hopefully I'm looking good. The lighting is a little different. Here we are in the cosmos, enjoying the stars and the other celestial bodies. I don't know what that is right there. It's going away. Good to see you guys. How's everybody doing? What's been going on? How you feeling? Well, yeah, I'm on a low quality mic. I'm sorry if it sounds a little worse. But this is a temporary stay, and my computer is set up in a temporary location. So not worse, just different. Yeah, it's because the quality of the mic. It's decent enough. It gets the job done, Jessica says. It sure does. It absolutely does. It is different. This one probably has a little bit more of a tinny quality. I was able to apply some of the filters today, so it should be fairly decent, but I was not able to do any major adjustments. So not worse, just different. Yeah, so it's becoming more and more clear. Jenny, my dear friend Jenny. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. Welcome to the live today. I'm excited to see what you guys pick. I did call you. Let me put this away. Hello, Jenny. I did call you, Jenny. I left a quick message, and I felt the angel frequencies. So thank you for that. Yeah. Tell me what's going on, my friends. How's your last 12 days been? Hi, Vicky. Good morning to you. You must be one of our friends in the future. Melbourne, love it. Someday, maybe I will make it to Australia and New Zealand and visit all of you. Hi, Dee. I see our friend Dee. Welcome. I'm excited to see what happens today. It does feel like a long time, doesn't it? It's funny, 12 days is not really a long time on the calendar, but it certainly feels like a heck of a long time. Nice to see you, Dee. Always a pleasure. Very, very cool. So this Friday, we've got the Ask Me Anything Q&A. That's going to be super, super fun. Yeah, a trip and a half, Australia, New Zealand would be awesome. We have the Celebrate Love Festival coming up on the 6th. That's just 2 weeks away. Not festival, Celebrate Love Party. So November 6th. Hey, Rhonda, you made it. Welcome, dear. Good to see you, my friend. So you can go to my link, yaygreg.com, to sign up for that. It's donation/love offering based, so everybody is invited and welcome and included. Yeah, and in terms of lives, I'm going to probably be doing a weekly schedule, at least one, maybe two. But I have to wait for the next few days to see what happens, because I'm in the reference stages of a job, of a part-time job, a remote part-time job that I interviewed for last week. 2 interviews. I had one last Wednesday, and I had the second interview on Friday, and they sent the NDA over yesterday and asked for references yesterday. So we're just really waiting to hear what they say. And this job is amazing. Their mission is the same as mine, but they do it differently. They're out to spread peace, hope, joy, and love to heal the planet. I don't really like to think about heal the planet, because I don't think the planet needs healing, but basically hope, love, peace to people, to inspire them. And they're doing it in an incredible, quotable ways. When I get the job, maybe I'll tell you a smidge more. Oh, tell them what it is. Okay, I will. So this company makes incredibly immersive audio-visual experiences that they rent out planetariums across the world and show these in, and they're heart-opening, transformational, inspiring. And then at the end of the show, they poll the audience, and the audience votes for what issue in their city they feel needs the most love and attention right now. And then they take a portion of the proceeds from the tickets and they immediately turn around and contribute it to a local charity based on the audience's vote. And their team is spread across 9 countries. It's 100% remote. It's flex time, so I can work whenever I want. And I love what they're doing, and I love the people, and it's a huge collaborative environment, and I'm just really, really excited. So yeah, so waiting to see how that impacts my schedule, but I will at least have 1 live a week. I might do more, because the lives here on Insight Timer are just, well, they're just lovely. They're easy to do. I don't have to set up more. Oh, we will still do the Celebrate Love party, but the day and the time might change. I don't think it will, because they said we don't have any meetings at the job on Wednesday. We have meetings on Monday and Tuesday. So I think everything will be copacetic and cool. But yes, isn't that great? Super, super cool. So can't wait to get the job. Really, really excited for it. Thank you for all your hoorays. It's going to be a little harder to keep up on chat for me because I'm on a smaller screen now with my laptop. But yeah. It's not a new place. I'm just visiting my friend in Fort Collins. It's not forever. It's not, I'll have to go someplace, or not have to, but I will go someplace else soonish. I don't know. We'll see what happens when she's a really nice community here, and I've started to meet a few of the people, and they're just beautiful people. They're just lovely. They're a lot like us. And so they're nice. I could see wanting to be friends with them and maybe sticking around or maybe coming back to the area, but at first snow, I might actually decide that I better head south as soon as possible. So we'll see. But I am in Fort Collins, Colorado now, Rhonda, so it's not my new place. My new place to stay, that would be new, yeah. So I am safe and I am sound, perfectly taken care of. Yes, indeed. Oh, and oh my God. Friday night, we went to a shamanic full moon healing circle. It's been a long time since I've actually been to an event like off of Inside Timer, like an actual real world event. And it was run by this local woman named Catherine Skaggs. You guys might know her if you know Oracle decks. She has a beautiful deck that I recognize called the Ascended Masters Oracle deck. And there's a lot of Ascended Master Oracle decks. But Catherine Skaggs, her art was amazing. And she's a shamanic practitioner. And we had this amazing circle for the full moon ceremony. And I actually had the council actually came and gave me another calibration, which was super, super cool, which I was kind of intending as well. So yeah, Colorado snow just says doesn't hang around too long from what I've heard. Snow, then 70 degrees. Yeah, one of the locals was telling me that the joke around town is that Colorado is one of the few places in the world where you can experience all 4 seasons in a single day. So you wake up and it's winter, by the time it's lunch it's spring, and then mid-afternoon it's summer, and then as the night goes down it's fall. It's so funny. Yeah. Hey Claudia, good to see you. Thank you, Joanne. You've wanted to do what? A shamanic full moon healing circle? Or one of the planetarium shows? Yeah. It was really beautiful. Catherine is just an amazing soul. She says she's a hybrid, for anyone who knows about the hybrid project. Basically, it's an alien-human DNA combination. Yes, it's nice for you to catch us too, Claudia. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, Catherine is super, super cool. She comes from a number of different traditions: American Indian, Mexican, shamanic traditions, a bunch of other stuff, Peruvian. Yeah, and she was just really, it was lovely. She took us on a journey. She called it journeying, so it actually really is a thing. It's not just something we do here in my lives, but it actually is a thing. I knew it was a thing, but yeah, she took us on a journey, and it was really, and just a lot of other stuff. It was lovely. If you guys ever get a chance to check out Catherine Skaggs or even a shamanic healing circle. So, how have you guys been? What's been going on? We have a few minutes more until we get started on our journey today. So tell me how you've been. I want to know. And if anyone's new, please feel free to say hi. It's lovely to meet you. If you are new, my name is Greg Phillips. I'm here to bring you into the depths of your heart. And what we're doing today is we're going on what we call a sacred energy journey, or you could also call it a heart wisdom journey, because that indeed is where our wisdom lives. Today we're going to get to choose. Hi from Sweden. Hi, Helene. Oh, I love that name. Dated a gal named Helene. It's a very pretty name. How are you? Nice to have you. Welcome to the circle today. Peter says a little heavy-hearted, overwhelmed, but just a little. Okay, dear. Rhonda, I have to leave at the top of the hour. Student meetings. Ugh. Oh, well then you give a good 45 minutes. Hey, David, good to see you. Yes, I'm well. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here today. Anybody else want to check in? So, for the new people, you guys are going to get to choose between 2 different journey types. So, there's a spirit walk and a soul journey. So, what's the difference? A spirit walk is where we go into our hearts and we go on an energetic journey. You might think it's just a guided visualization, but it truly is an energetic journey. And we go to meet our guides. We either to bask in their love and support, or to bring a question and ask for guidance from them. That's what a spirit walk is. A soul journey is where we do the same thing and we go into our hearts, but we go to meet a lost fragment of our soul. I like to believe that when we've had traumatic or difficult experiences, we haven't been injured, we haven't been hurt, there's nothing wrong. It's just that we tuck away that fragment of our soul and we lose it for a little bit until we get older, wiser, stronger or more spiritually aware and ready, or until it's just time to go and meet with that fragment again. And during that journey, we get to either be with them and visit with them, or completely and fully integrate them. So they are the two options that we'll be voting on shortly. Joanne says, it's been a tough week. Sorry to hear that. Peter is sending Joanne love. Yes. Weeks can be tough, weeks can be good. Megan, did I say it right? The soul walk feels right on time for me. Oh, very, very cool. Yeah, you guys will get to choose. Rhonda's facing some health challenges too. Yes. Megan, what a cool spelling. Well, my friends, let's not dwell too much on what is struggling and challenging for us. We are here to meet our guides or meet a soul fragment. I appreciate you guys for sharing. I'm sorry you have to hear you have your challenges. We all have them. Yeah, we've been talking a lot here about the different challenges of life and what our hopes and dreams are. So it's really it is a shared intention. Oh, and I heard a wonderful quote this week from my dear friend Susan Sage, which she apparently recently used in a session. She said, "The good life begins when we stop looking for the better life." Yeah, me too. I'm gonna type it out here. Well, the grass is always greener, but the looking for it is not accepting the moment. The grass is always greener because we're expanding. There's only the possibility of goodness coming to us, and not in the way that we necessarily think, though. So I love this because it really speaks to embracing the moment, living in the moment, not judging what is going on as bad, taking it, incorporating it, learning from it, trying to find what's positive in every moment. Bashar was talking this morning in a video I saw about how nothing in our experience, nothing in our life is inherently wrong. Nothing in our life is inherently bad. It's we that assign the meaning to it. It's we that define this health issue is wrong. This health issue means I'm broken. This emotional or relational issue is wrong. It's when we reject it, we push it away. That's us looking for a better life. That's just resistance. Insisting it needs to be different is resistance. So I love this. The good life begins when we stop looking for the better life. When we start to be present, completely present. I don't just mean living in the moment totally, just purely living in the moment, not thinking of the future, not thinking of the past. I mean present, like how beautiful everybody is here today, how amazing it is that we can come together and you guys are typing and I'm talking and streaming, and yet we can have a communal experience. How amazing that is. That's being present to what is right in the moment, because everything only happens ever in the moment. And thanking those parts, thanking the body part that hurts, and it's hard to get to that point, believe me, I understand. Thanking the bad relationship, thanking the awkward work situation, just be like, it's all good. It's all good. It may not all feel good, and we may not think it's good, but inherently in and of itself, it is good because it's just a reflection of us. And Paul Selig last night in this video we were watching was talking about the minute we invalidate the other, when we invalidate someone else or when we invalidate our own experience, we're invalidating the divine, and therefore we're invalidating the divine in us. And so that just speaks volumes to me. I don't 100% understand it, but I get that it's part of that resistance. When we look at somebody else in our lives and we make them wrong, we make them bad, we make them whatever we think or define, that's just a reflection of ourselves, right? So it's really, really powerful. This good life begins when we stop looking for the better life. Rhonda's been using the joy scale. Cool. So we decided to call it what did we decide to call it? JOMO. The JOMO game. And yeah, Rhonda, great. Thank you for bringing that up. This is exactly this notion of the good life begins when we stop looking for the better life. The JOMO game is all about that. So what is the JOMO game? The joy game. The joy game is where you take the time in every moment, even ordinary activities, to look for what brings you joy. And not just joy, but you have a scale of 1 to 10. And you look at something and you're like, well, does that bring me joy? No. What about this? This lamp. I love how beautiful, you can't see it. It's this beautiful lamp. I love how beautiful this lamp is. That's a 5. I love when somebody shares their pain and their heartache with me and then they cry. That's a 7. I feel so much joy for and honor for holding that space. I'm washing the dishes and I love how soapy the water feels. That's a 3. Right? Oh my God, I'm watching this show on TV, like Dancing with the Stars or whatever you love, and it just makes me smile. It just makes me smile so deeply. I just feel so much joy. That's a 9. I just petted my sweet kitty, Rhonda says. That's a 9. And what you're doing is you're tapping into the potential for everything to bring us joy. But instead of defining it as it has to be like, oh, massive, joyful, blissful, off the chart, you're just going like, that's joy. It's just a little bit joy. It's just a 1, but it's still joy. Even a 1 is still joy. It doesn't have to be a 10 all the time. You know, it's just, yeah. Well, it's a 9. Yeah, absolutely. So that's the JOMO game, or as Rhonda likes to call it, the joy scale. There we go. All right. Lots of blabbing from Greg. Very cool. Let's get started. Welcome to anybody who's joined. We're just about to vote on whether we want a spirit walk or a soul journey. So I will explain the difference again. Being here is a 9. I agree, Peter. For me, it's a 10. Wait, right now? It has to be now, not what we think it is. What it feels like in the moment. Yes, it's a 9 for me right now. I love that. Thank you for that reminder, Peter Brook. Peter Brook. I don't know why I love saying Peter Brook's name. It just has like a nice flow to it. Anyways, spirit walk is where we go deep into our hearts to meet one or more of our spirit guides. The intention could be to bask in their love, to bask in their support, to bask in that joy, or we can actually bring a question if we're seeking guidance on something. A soul journey is where we also go into our heart and we journey to meet a lost fragment of our soul, a part of ourselves that got tucked away during a troublesome, traumatic, or difficult moment, and that we stored for safekeeping till a later date, till we're ready to meet it. And hopefully we can reintegrate it, but at the minimum, it's just nice to embrace it and be present with it, acknowledge it. And so those are what the 2 votes will be. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to take a moment. I encourage you and invite you to close your eyes. Place your left hand on your heart. Actually, let's do something different. I want to try a new technique. Take your right hand and begin gently tapping on your heart chakra. Gently tapping, nothing too forceful, nothing too hard, just nice and loving, nice and tender. And tap that heart chakra. And just let the day slip away. There is nothing but this moment that we are sharing together. We are here now, preparing to go on an energetic journey. If you're not incredibly visual, don't fret, don't stress. Focus on how the journey feels, because it's the energy and the feeling of it that matters the most. But for right now, we're dropping into our heart, and there's just one simple question to ask your heart, not your head, but your heart. Dear spirit, what is it I am most desiring? What is it I am most needing today? Spirit walk or a soul journey? And Give yourself as much space and time as you need for the answer to bubble up from your heart. It might say spirit, it might say soul, it might be a feeling, it might be a whole phrase. If it's something like, I need to forgive myself, or I'm angry at my parents, that's probably a soul journey. But if it's a question, if it's got this feeling of, what am I going to do about X or Y or Z, then that's probably a spirit walk. So allow it to come up, and when you know, write it in the chat, and we'll begin voting. So 1 for soul journey, 2 for soul, 3 for soul, 1 for spirit. Yes, if you don't get a clear answer, oh, you're leaning towards spirit. If you don't get a clear answer, it means you're open to both. And there is no right or wrong, my friends. It's just where you're at right now, and both will be wonderful. So we have 3 for spirit and 4 for soul. Everybody can vote. Hi, Mira. Ooh, so far to tie, 4 and 4. Thank you for your vote. Everybody can vote. Four spirit, 5 soul. Gotta itch my nose. Oh boy, it's tied again. 5 and 5. Does anyone else want to get their vote in? All right, it's tied 5 and 5, and instead of me being the tiebreaker, we're gonna do both, which we've never done. We're gonna go on a spirit walk and a soul journey at the same time. Do not try this at home on your own. Do not try this while driving. No. These are done by professionals. So what do they say in those commercials or those shows? Peter Brook was thinking of melding. Well, you got it. I don't want to have to be a tiebreaker. It feels right. It feels right, and it's new. It's something new for us to do. Hello, Violet. Welcome. Jess's mind is exploding. Oh, I'm excited, guys. This is fun. Maybe this will be the thing from now on. I don't know if you guys like voting or listening in like that, but maybe this, well, it can be a thing. Available to join you next Friday. I'm not sure what that means. All right, my friends, we are doing a spirit walk and a soul journey. This is a first. We've never done it before. Technically, they're kind of the same thing with it's a different focus. Oh, the mic's over here, technically. So yeah, ask your guides, pause for peace. Oh no, I got that. Yeah, I didn't. I'll have to look at it again. It just didn't ring my bell, so to speak, right off the bat. But I am aware of it. I may attend, but I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it in the moment, but who knows? By then, I could be. Anyways. Oh, not a Q&A, just an energy thing. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Next Friday's a long way away, and a lot could happen. And Violet, I haven't even told you my latest news, so I'll have to write you anyways. I'll write you in Facebook Messenger and let you know about this job that I'm probably going to be getting really soon. All right, my friends, a first ever, we're doing a spirit walk and a soul journey. And as usual, I only know how these start. I do not know how these unfold. So, and this is my first time doing it here in Colorado. So we will, and the energy here in Fort Collins is honestly quite amazing. It's very crisp. It's very beautiful. It's subtle and powerful. So maybe we'll bring in some of that. So I invite you to close your eyes, to relax your arms, and take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. One more deep breath in and out. And a third deep breath in and out. And as we allow the background music to softly and gently wash over us, from our heart of hearts, we invite Spirit and all of our guides to come and join us today for this journey, to bathe us in their love and support, so that we will always know that we are safe, secure, and deeply loved. And I invite you to speak out loud or whisper or say in your mind, but actually think and or use words. Dear guides, please usher me to the lost soul fragment that I am to meet today. And just continue to repeat that in your mind or whisper or even out loud. It all depends on your environment. And you begin to feel a soft and gentle tugging on your heart. It is a pull forward, a string that might extend from your heart, and you find yourself in a deep, dark space. There are hints of color on the fringe, and there's a cool feeling all around you. It completely envelops you. You are surrounded on all sides by this cool, refreshing feeling. And as you speak the words to your guides, asking and inviting them to usher you on this journey, you raise your hand upwards, and as you do so, you feel a firm but loving grip grasp your hand and gently pull you upwards. And you feel yourself ascending, and you realize you are at the depths of the ocean, deep, deep down in the very stillness of the ocean waters. And as this hand gently leads you upward, you can feel the water's temperature slowly and gradually changing, getting warmer and warmer. And as you begin to climb and higher, you see the surface of the water up above you. And you see a figure, distorted by the waves above, but you see a figure standing on a shore. And as you emerge from the water and the waves itself, hand in hand with this figure, you find yourself arriving at a beautiful beach. You are barefoot, and you are still holding the hand of this guide. You don't entirely recognize them, but your heart knows them. Your heart is so thrilled to see them. Your heart is relieved to see them. You are so awash with those feelings that you suddenly exclaim, "It's so good to see you." And they look at you with great love. "It is so wonderful to see you, dear one." And you take a moment to really consider, take a good long look at this guide. What are they wearing? What is their face like? What color is their hair? What is that style like? How are they carrying their body? What expression is on their face? And you realize that you have always known them. You may not exactly recognize them, but you've always known them. They've always been there for you. You recognize their presence standing before you right now. And you just feel automatically compelled to give them a big, long hug. And as you do so, you feel their love and their strength, their solidity and groundedness flow all around and through you. You feel as though you could do anything with them by your side, that you are more safe and grounded than you have ever been in your life. And as you separate from this embrace, my friends, look deeply in their eyes. If for today you had a question that you were bringing, this is the time to ask them. Simply look in their eyes, and I invite you to say the question out loud or gently whisper it on the tips of your lips. You can feel your guide drinking in the question, listening unlike anyone else is listening. There's a depth and a sweetness and a lovingness and allowingness to their listening. And when you're done asking your question, they look you deep in the eye and simply say, "Well, you've come to the right place. This is a beautiful question. We honor it. We understand it. And instead of actually telling you the answer, we are going to lead you to the answer." And they begin walking forward, still holding your hand, and you match their pace. And as you begin to stroll off the beach, the two of you land foot on a beautiful stone-paved path. The stones themselves are ancient, carved out of the very earth, imbued with the energy of spirit. They seem to glow and shine around the edges. The light does not entirely burst through, but you can see the glimmers of it around the edges of each cut stone and along the edge of the path. And as you keep walking, the path lights up more and more. And you feel the presence of a multitude of beings. Before long, you begin to see, as you are walking together down this path, you begin to see all of your other guides approaching the very edge of the path. They're all gathered. They've come at your request to guide you, lead you, and usher you to meet a lost soul fragment. And as you pass them by, you see their expressions of love. You hear murmurs of, there they are, it's so good to see them. It's so good to see you, some of them say. Some of the closer ones reach out their hand and you just brush your fingers across theirs as you continue to walk with your main guide. And you just feel all the support and all the love from your entire guidance system. And you might recognize a few of them. Perhaps a critter or former pet that has passed on ahead of you, an ancestor, a relative, an angel that you adore. Perhaps you have been visited by beings from other civilizations or worlds. Perhaps there is just a glow of light that you recognize. They're all there. They're all there, supporting, encouraging, and urging you onward. And again, you are filled with their love and support, and you feel as though you could do or face anything. And as you continue down this path, you realize that it is leading somewhere rather foreboding. You hesitate just for a moment, and the guide that's holding your hand turns and looks you in the eye and says, "Fear not, dear one. We are together, as always, but in this space and in this time, we are 100% with you. We have already seen what lies ahead, and we can assure you it cannot harm you. So take confidence and solace in our words, and let us continue on the path." And you realize that their words speak true. There truly is nothing that you can face without their help, and you trust that they really do know what is about to unfold. And in this sense, you can take solace in them knowing. You don't need to know. You can trust that they know, and that they know that all will be well. And the minute you realize this, the path ends, and before you is a square building. Its walls are pitch black, and right where the path ends is a faint hint of a doorway with a golden doorknob. Take a long look at this building, what this structure is. Look at whether it is detailed. Is this pitch black glossy or matte? Is this building made out of wood or stone, concrete, metal, straw? Make note of the material. Make note of the shape of the roof. Is there a chimney? Are there any other characteristics or features of the building? Take it all in. Take it in without judgment or story, no fears, no worries. You're just being the mindful observer. And as you consider this structure, you can feel the density of its walls, and you feel the faint hint of an energetic presence within inside. And you turn to your guide and you say, "What is this place?" "Well, my dear," they say, "this is one of the most sacred spaces in your very being. For this is the place where you tuck away your most potent fears and beliefs, the ones that cause you the most pain and suffering, the ones that have consciously or unconsciously been your filter for years, through which you see the lens of life, for which you interpret all around you. And these are not necessarily your fears, dear one, they're just the ones that you have tucked away. And in this particular case, in this beautiful, dark, pitch black structure, you have stored away the answer to your very question. And yes, it is in the form of a soul fragment. And it matters not to us as your guides from whence this fragment came. We're not concerned with the whys or the history or the story of this. But here we are together now, facing this with the power of spirit and the love in your heart, and you have an opportunity to identify it and choose what you wish to do with it. And you take their words in for a moment. You can feel for a moment that this indeed is a potent and powerful soul fragment. And you understand, at least in part, if not in full, what the guide is saying regarding your beliefs. And you feel them lean closer and whisper in your ear, "Now is the time for courage, dear one. For this is how we grow, by facing our outdated beliefs and choosing differently. Are you ready to go inside?" And take a moment, my friends. Take a moment and consider your answer. We encourage and invite you to say yes to this, no matter whether it is a 1 or a 10 yes. It doesn't matter whether the yes is filled with trepidation or uncertainty, or whether it is a wholly confident yes. The most important thing is that you are willing. And the most important thing is that you speak it to your guide. And so when you are ready, you can say it as the number 1 or 10, or you can just simply say, "Yes, I'm ready. For this is why we've come today. This is why we are journeying. Yes, I am ready." And as you say that, the walls disappear. The structure itself disintegrates into stardust, and standing before you is either a figure or an object or a collection of energy. And this is significant to you. This is representative of a core belief that has been tripping you up for ages. The guide encourages you to approach where this presence is. If it is a person, it might be your younger self. It could be your older self. Is it an energy? Take a good long look at the light and the quality of its presence. If it is an object, it could absolutely be anything. And before you even touch it, say anything, or interact in any way with it, approach it, stand still, and once again be the mindful observer. Take in all of its characteristics, describe it in every detail that you can, see it, feel it, sense it, whatever works. And recognize that this is not apart from you, it is not separate from you, but it is a piece of you. And you realize that you tucked it away because it was too difficult, perhaps too scary, maybe too challenging or stressful to even look at it, to even evaluate and figure out what belief this could mean. But you're older now, you're wiser now, you've been on your path, and you've been on your path with your guides. And so you know you'll have the ability and capability of considering this again. And with a deep curiosity in your heart, approach and touch the object or figure or presence. And allow it to tell you which belief this is. It could be the belief that no one will listen to me if I share my gifts, that no one will understand me if I tell my truth, that I'm too sensitive to live in the world, I'm not worthy of other people's love and praise, I'll never get it right, I'll never ever be perfect. It could be something as simple but profound as I do not trust the universe will support me. Whatever it is, my friends, if it's a figure, take their very hands in yours. If it's an energy, place your hands in it. If it's an object, pick it up and gently cup it in the palms of your hand. If you're not sure what it is, you can ask it, what do you represent? What in me, what pattern of thinking, what belief system, what definition do you represent? And allow it to speak to you, and whether it's words or feelings, it doesn't matter. It's all energy. And listen closely, listen closely. This may be brand new information for you. The only thing that matters now is whether it's brand new information or whether it's something that you already know about. The most important thing is to acknowledge it. And when you get told what this is, simply say, I acknowledge and honor your presence in me. I acknowledge and honor your presence in me. Embrace it, accept it, allow it. Do not make it wrong, do not judge it, do not invalidate it. I acknowledge and honor your presence in me, and as you do so, a softening occurs. You realize that it had and served a purpose for many, many years, But now at this point, who you are, where you are energetically, vibrationally, how you have grown and expanded in your life, this is no longer serving you. It is causing more pain than good. And as you embrace it closer and closer and acknowledge it and honor it more and more, you realize, I'm willing to think differently. I'm willing to believe differently. I do not know what that looks like. I don't exactly know what it feels like, but it doesn't feel like this. I want to feel better about this. I want to think differently about this. I want to practice a different definition and belief about this. And as you realize this, you gently turn to the guide that accompanied you and you bring the figure or object or energy over to them and you ask them simply, what do I do now? And they reach out and they take the item from you and they begin to move it in their hands. And beams of light are bursting out of their palms and fingertips. And as they do so, they are literally transmuting and transfiguring the item, object, or person that you had brought out of that building to them. And they are pouring so much love and light into this that you can see it changing before your very eyes. It is glowing bright, beautiful colors, a warm, soft and welcoming light, and it becomes a simple object that you can carry that is meaningful and powerful and important and special to you. And when they're done, they return it gently back into your care in the palms of your hands. Dear one, this is your talisman. This is the talisman of transformation of this old belief. Trust that Spirit and us, your guides, will bring you what you need to know about how to believe differently. But in this very moment, you can surrender and let go of that old belief because it is no longer yours. It is the belief created from a prior version of yourself, and you have changed so many times over that you are not the same person. So why take on a belief from someone else? Whether it was you from ages ago, or society, or a parent, or a dear friend, it was no more and does not belong in your current present. And as they say these words, you feel the relief of letting go of this belief. You recognize, yes, that was an old me that thought that way. I've grown, I've changed. I've literally, my cells of my body and my vibration, my very energy and spirit have changed. I'm no longer that person anymore. I don't need to believe that way. I don't know what to replace it with yet, but I have now reclaimed the power of choice of what to believe in regard to this topic. And so you take your talisman and you can tuck it away in a pocket or hold it close to your heart, or you can breathe it in, whatever you wish to do. You can actually absorb it into your body if you wish, or store it somewhere, or maybe you know of a place at home where you can put it on a shelf or on a desk in your mind. Thank you, dear guide. Thank you, all of my guides. You realize that at this point, they've all come to surround you in a loving circle. I understand. I don't understand all of it, but I understand what I must right now, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love and support. I could not have done this without you. Is there anything else I need to know before we depart? And they all come quickly rushing forward to give you a massive, massive group hug, where you are at the center and you feel all the beams of light coming from their very cores to your heart. And you hear many different words of wisdom. Perhaps one stands out more than another. So allow that to sink in. Allow that words of wisdom to sink in. And allow the joy that they feel in being able to help you, allow that joy to absorb into your body. For this goes beyond the joy scale of 10. This is magnitudes higher than a 10. This joy, this love is who we really are. And your main guide that led you down the path leans forward and whispers in your ear, we are always ready and always here for you. You need but ask. Go with courage, dear one, and be well. And you can feel yourself floating downward, downward, and downward, gently and tenderly descending back into your body, into the here and the now, the present moment, where time and space are simply a reflection of what we think. And you are returning empowered to choose a different belief and to listen for the guidance from Spirit. My friends, it's important to remember that as you explore what new belief you will choose, to pay attention to how it feels. If it doesn't feel much better, don't give it focus or credence. If it does feel better, then take that belief for now. And like all thoughts and beliefs, they can change and grow. Be curious, a sense of adventure and wonder as you explore new ways to think about this particular topic, whatever it was. Take a deep breath in through your mouth, your nose, and let it out. Bring your hands before your heart together in prayer, or open and offering your thanks. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, everyone, for going on this journey today. And when you're ready, open your eyes, stretch, take a drink, whatever you need. Megan says, this was so good. Thank you so much, Craig. You're welcome, Megan. Welcome to your first sacred energy journey with me. Wow, that was our first time doing a melding. Woo! I'm all warm and cozy feeling. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Take your time. You might be needing a moment or 5 or 10. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, stars and white hearts. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So for anyone who's new, just take it all in for a moment. This is about the time that we like to open up for any sharing. If anyone is feeling so moved to share about their journey, what they experienced, any specifics if you want, maybe any words of wisdom, or what your objects were or your people were. It's all a safe space to do that. If you have any questions about the journey, if you need any clarifications, please let me know, and I will do my best to do a little bit of either energy or channeled reading so you can maybe get some more clarity. Holy smokes, the coming out of that is thick and slow, Megan says. I went so deep. Mine was a broken, helpless fairy. A broken, helpless fairy. And make note, my friends, I don't know why, but I'm getting this strong intuitive hit that it's really a good idea, if you can, to make note of what was inside the building when the pitch black building dispersed. The belief that was associated with it and the object that the guide turned it into with their light. You're welcome, Joanne. So beautiful. Thank you, Claudia, for your thankful hands and beautiful red hearts. Yeah, so if you can, I don't know, I'm wanting to say like tie a line between those three aspects of it. The helpless fairy was turned to ash? Wow, Megan. And what belief did she represent? Welcome to anybody who joined us while we were in the middle of our journey. For those that came in late, we actually did a melding. We did a spirit walk and a soul journey together, which was actually really cool. Actually, I really loved that. If anyone else wants to share or has a question they need to clarify about the journey, I'm not taking questions unrelated to the journey. Just please feel free to type it in chat. Claudia's was a door at first, and I opened it, and you got a sword? Ooh, what kind of sword? What did it look like? Megan says the fairy represented the belief that I am helpless. Wow, and it turned to ash. That belief is dissolved. Ash, right? What happens where does ash come from? From when things are burned away. You purged it. You purged it, Megan. You purged it so much that it turned to ash. And guess what? Ash makes very fertile ground. Ash makes very fertile ground. Yeah. So cool, Megan. I love that for you. Thank you for sharing that. Claudia says her sword was like a king's sword, shiny. What was the shape? There's so many different shapes of swords. I'm not sure if a king's sword, I don't know if a king's sword is a specific reference. Oh my God, and it turned into a crystal. What color, what shape? Crystals are so cool. Fun, very cool stuff. White, like a panditive one. Okay, I don't know that kind, but white, I can feel it. White has a purity, a cleanse to it, a clarity to it. Wow, and what belief was this connected with, Claudia? Wow, Joanne said that inside was a swirling white pink ball and turned into a rose quartz, sometimes I struggle with that word, rose quartz crystal sphere. Wow. And what was that tied to? I learned so much from the experiences that you guys have. I try to do my best to keep it really open so that your heart wisdom and your intuition and your imagination truly can inform it and lend to the picture. Oh, it symbolized hope after it transformed. What was it? What belief was the swirling white pink ball, Joanne? Sorry, just adjusting my feet. I'm still not used to sitting in this spot very much. Claudia doesn't understand the meaning of the sword. It looked like a hand was holding the sword. I didn't know what it meant. Oh, and the unlovable belief, Joanne. Yeah, wow. Crap, that's a big one, isn't it? And yet, hope. It transformed into hope. Claudia, do you want a small reading on that sword? I'm happy to do that for you if you want. Yes, okay, wonderful. Let's tap in. You're welcome. Dear guides and counsels, a message from Claudia about having a sword and limiting really. Swords are a powerful and important symbol for they symbolize the multitude of uses of a tool, a dangerous tool such as the sword, and what it can accomplish. And yet, without a hand, without an arm, without a body, without a person, the sword cannot accomplish anything on its own, for it is simply a shape with a handle and an edge. But when you put it in a hand, it then becomes an extension of that individual and that individual's cause for expression. Now, there are lots of different varieties of what kind of expression are possible with a sword. One such example is a completely redunculous and ridiculous, silly example. You could wave it around like a streamer or a celebratory banner, or you could just wave it around as though it was a piece of candy or something you were celebrating. Not exactly the most common use of a sword, but it is one possibility. What are other possibilities? Another possibility is that you could cut things with it. You can slice with it. You can hurt with it. You can kill with it. And yet, it is also one of the most important elements of a defender. You can defend with it, you can protect with it, you can preserve with it. So the sword itself is nothing, but what you do with it is what is important, my dear. And we want you to realize that initially, one might look at a sword and consider it dangerous. It has a sharp edge. It has a point. It is a weapon. And yet, it can be used for good. It can be used to defend, to protect, to secure. And this is symbolic of the use of your mind. For your mind, my dear, can be both a sword, a killing, decisive, judging, critical weapon, or it can also be a weapon of good, of defense, of protection, of clarity, of certainty, of strength. we would pause it, and you must ask inside ultimately to see what is true for you, but we would pause it that this particular sword is symbolic of judgment, criticism, danger. And we would recommend that you transmute and transfigure this into clarity, precision, protection, strength. Does this make sense? Does this resonate, Claudia? Or help in any way? Yes, okay, good. Good. Thank you for your asking. Thank you for your seeking. Hopefully that is helpful to others as well. What did Pete say? Wow, Joanne, my lamp was like a swirling orb shape too. Your lamp. Did you have a lamp in there? I don't think I saw that message. Maybe it streamed by so fast. You see it now, Claudia. Wonderful. Excellent. And what did it turn into? I can't remember what it turned into, Claudia. A crystal. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. A crystal's fantastic, Claudia. Crystals are energy. They're pure energy. They're used to focus energy. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, absolutely. Absolutely. Super cool. I love this for you. Peter, what was your object again? What I think I missed the lamp reference. Yes, I think Joanne is very, very lovable too. I love Joanne. I love you, Joanne. Exactly as you are. Does anyone else want to share or ask a question about their journey? Well, let me scroll up. It's much harder on the smaller laptop screen. I probably read it out loud, didn't I? Actually, I'm not seeing it. Can anyone see it? I actually don't see it, Peterbrook. I see thank you, incredibly, stars and hearts. Was it too long? Jealous shape. Oh, you're welcome, Joanne. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not in my chat. I don't know where it went. Sorry about that. Although it's not, I don't know why I'm apologizing. I'm not responsible for Insight Timers Technologies. Yes, wonderful. All right, well, okay, cool, yeah, screenshots later. That sounds good. All right, my friends, I'm not quite used to sitting here for these sessions, so I think that I need to depart. Does anybody feel the need to share anything else or any last questions about their journey today? I'm so glad that we did a melding. That was super fun and really different. You're welcome. I'm so glad it was helpful for folks. I love doing these. So just again, this Friday, where is it? Right there. This Friday, we're doing the Ask Me Anything. That's a monthly live stream that we do here in Insight Timer. You guys can ask me questions about me, about different topics. whatever. It's not so much about getting readings and whatnot. We might hear from the guides in the council. We just don't know. But yeah, anything you're interested in asking me about any topic and any of my experiences or thoughts and feelings about things. So that's fun. That'll be this Friday, 2 p.m. And then I'll be back next week. I haven't scheduled it yet in the app, but I'll be back next week with another live. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. It might be Spirit and Soul session, or it could be readings from the heart. So either one of those it will probably be. And then this, oh, I do see Hannah. Nice to see Hannah. And then this 2 weeks from today is a Celebrate Love Party. That's on November 6th at 2 p.m. Mountain. If you want to sign up for that, you have to go to my teacher link there. That's totally love offering / donation based. So it's open to everybody. It's a really lovely experience. It's incredibly heart opening and very, very personal. It's nice. We're all on Zoom. Cameras are optional. You do not need to show your face if you don't want to, but we're all on Zoom. So the sharing is just much more intimate and it's very, very meaningful for people. So if you're looking to reach out and have a little bit more connection with like-hearted people, I would invite you to come check out the Celebrate Love Party. If you want to see what it's like, I have a track that's up on Insight Timer, and it is from the very first Celebrate Love Party. It's called Journey Through Love to Start Your Day or Help You Sleep. It's 32 minutes long, and it's directly from the first Celebrate Love Party, and it's just really, really powerful. So with that said, thank you, Claudia, for your donation. I really appreciate it. If you're on Apple and you don't want them to take 30%, you can also go to my alternative donation links that I have at my teacher link up there, okay? And those actually come to me immediately. The ones in Insight Timer take they don't get paid out until the 23rd of the following month. So whatever you're comfortable with, whatever feels good to you. I thank you for sharing your abundance with me. And more importantly, thank you for sharing your time and your hearts today. I love coming together with you guys and going on journeys. Thank you. Much love and light to everyone here, as well to you, Peter Brook. And with that, oh yeah, it's okay. I mean, even if you donate on here from Apple, that's all up to you. To me, it's all just spreading the love and sharing abundance, and I celebrate it either way. So whatever you feel like doing, it definitely helps me. And I'm excited to get this new job and tell you guys more about it. It's gonna be so much fun. It's more. I can feel already that it is gonna knock my socks off. It is what and more than what I've been manifesting. So it's going to be really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to learning about that and seeing how my schedule will change. And that'll help fund maybe new stuff to bring to you guys. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to get skedaddling because I still need to have a shower today. All right, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And remember that you are safe, secure, and deeply loved, no matter what, and that your guides are always there. And I will see you all very, very soon, either at my next live or somebody else's. All right, bye. Take care. Wait, I'm waving the wrong way. Why am I waving over here? I don't know. See you guys later.